Welcome! In this video, I'll teach you a simple technique for drawing fairly realistic mountains. First, sketch a really light triangle top for the overall shape of your mountain. Next, use these two lines as a general guide to lightly sketch a zigzagging line, like a volatile stock market chart. The slope should alternate positive, negative, and so forth. If you'd like, you can add a little texture and upwards curves to the lines to make them more natural looking. What we're left with is a bunch of peaks and naders. So next, drop down lines from each peak. When I say peak, what I mean is when the slope goes from positive to negative. So something like this wouldn't count as a peak. That's just kind of like a textured slope. Drop the lines down as far as you want, but keep them really loose and randomly jagged and zigzagged. To help keep them loose, try drawing them with your whole arm, with very little movement at the wrist or fingers. Next, do the same thing with each nader. These lines might run into the lines from before, or they might not. Either way is okay. Now try not to miss any peaks or naders, or the next step will get confusing. I'll miss one on purpose to show you what I mean. Now decide if you're going to shade the surfaces facing left or the surfaces facing right. Then start filling them in. I chose left. Now once you decide, lock that in for the entire drawing. So for me, I'll shade the left side of each peak for the entire drawing. As you shade, try to move your pencil back and forth in roughly the same direction as the slope of the surface you're shading. If something looks wrong, it might be because you missed dropping a line down from a peak or a nader earlier. If so, just drop a line down now and carry on shading. For background mountains, repeat the process, but make everything smaller. Try not to let any lines you drop down touch a peak or a nader on your front row, or it can look confusing. As you work, use thinner lines for the more distant mountains to create more of a sense of depth. You can also get depth by shading the closer mountains with darker values. And yay, you got mountains!